You know, when you don't have the productivity from any position, but in particular from the quarterback position, you're constantly looking at how are we teaching it, are the concepts being understood, why are we not getting the productivity there, you know, in order to win football games, and you know, is there somebody else who's making some progress that deserves that chance? So we've been going through that, you know, the last few weeks. Brian would do some things very, very well, but there wasn't enough consistency there, and so after the Boise game, we watched the tape together, Coach Ram and I and the offensive staff, and we decided after that game that, you know, it's probably time to give Zach a couple weeks working with that first huddle and work the timing out, and you know, have him, you know, be our starting quarterback, you know, the rest of the way out. You know, Zach's a guy that probably of our quarterbacks, of the three quarterbacks that are playing right now, has the best, most well-rounded skill set for what we want to do as an offense. He's athletic. Now that his knee is back, you know, he's been set back there, you know, about 6-8 weeks with you know, tweaking his knee. His release, his accuracy, his arm strength, those kind of things lend itself to running our offense very, very efficiently and well. Doesn't have the experience in, you know, just getting there and having more film time with him and seeing things and then running with the twos. He's been making a lot of progress, and so because of that progress and because of the, you know, lack of success that we've had, you know, we felt that this was the time to, you know, make that final push and, you know, let him have his opportunity. He's got all the talent in the world to make the throws and be able to read defenses and be able to do things, and we just have to make sure that he understands he doesn't have to do things bigger than himself. He just has to do what he's capable of. I mean, we anticipate he's going to be our starting quarterback the rest of the way. I think he's made the progress to earn that right. However, just like any position, if he's not productive, if he's turning the ball over, then obviously we're going to have to look in different directions. But right now, you know, if he goes out there in the first series, throws a turnover, we're not going to somebody the next play. You know, it's, you know, he's going to get his opportunity, and then we'll evaluate, you know, game to game.
How did Brian respond when you guys decided you were going to make the switch?
He was obviously disappointed. He understood where we were coming from and understood that that's, you know, the nature of that position. But like any competitive guy, he's going to, you know, sure disagree. He didn't vocalize that. There was probably more disappointment than anything else, but I encouraged him that, hey, you're one play away, so we've got to have you continue to develop. And I think I know the kind of guy that Brian is. He's going to continue to work extremely hard. Like, in our opinion, Brian was regressing. We would see a little hot and cold, and we thought, okay, he's ready to take off, and then he just never did. So, Brandon's a guy that came in here this summer, and so knowledge of the offense, unfortunately, he's been behind. He ended up getting a lot more reps when Zach got hurt, which helped him continue to compete. And he's got a skill set that's going to, you know, still help us going forward. We will still use Brandon in certain situations, and we may even use him at different positions. Like I said, we've got 3 games in the 3 home games in the month of November, starting with this one. We can get on a run here, and it starts with this first one. I think we can have a really exciting November and hopefully get our entire, you know, valley to rally around Zach and get this thing going.